Hello, I bought this Lego Star Wars Starship Collection Home 1 Star Cruiser, that's way too many stars in the title, for $70 US. It costs 70 euros, 60 pounds UK, or $90 Canadian for 559 pieces. The length of 13 inches or about 33 centimeters means that this actually scales really, really well to the invisible hand of all things. I mean, that's actually very, very close there. And we're going to look at these side by side a little bit later on with reference to cost as well and value there. But I looked at a whole bunch of pictures of this from different sources of artists' reconstructions, as well as pictures of the official scenes from the movies and shows, and also props, from like the Return of the Jedi prop. And the shaping of this is actually pretty good. It's better than I thought. When I built it, I was surprised to see that it has quite a bit of width to it, but it's based on a ship design that, in universe, it's based on a ship design that has wings on the sides. And this one, has them cut down. So this does have a little bit more of the width in cross section than you might expect from the normal angles we normally see this from, which is usually from the side. The little thing off to the side is a little Nebulon B frigate, which I personally just think does not look like a Nebulon B frigate. It looks like some other sort of frigate, but it just isn't recognizable enough to me. Of course, it comes with the stand. This is printed right here, and this does have a little bit of interior detail. Out of all things that you wouldn't expect, but they do like to put in their little Easter eggs. To get to that, just remove the entire side, just all of it. Just pull this off like that, and there you go. So there's Admiral Akbar in his chair, and there's an A-wing, and there's Hera and Ahsoka, and a little hollow projection table, I believe. To me, frankly, this doesn't add any value to the thing. It's something that you're going to forget about after you have it on display for a while. It's mostly a thing that reviewers and people trying to justify the price, I think, will talk up. But it doesn't really add that much to the cost or anything. It doesn't waste a whole lot of pieces. And they did need to use, they did need to create that hollow inside to have an efficient buildup of just the core strength to it. The build of this is actually nice. It has some interesting and unexpected techniques for how some things are attached, especially up here at the front. These little 2x2 rounds are going to be really, really useful. It's nice to see Lego starting to slowly catch up to pretty much every other major brick company out there in the world as far as how many types of slopes and curves they actually have. This does have some curvature on the underside as well, which is nice. Of course, this does come off the stand too, so you can just do that. I think the black piece is supposed to stay on the stand, but this is fine. And this will just stand on the ground without the frigate. I mean, the frigate's a little bit impacted there on the ground, but you can put it in other poses very, very easily. It has some weight to it, but as you saw, it does have that hollow section going all the way down the center, so it's not too heavy. And yeah, it's pretty nice. This is a little bit fragile right here, but you would expect that. You got all the little towers are approximated there. The thing that I like about this least is the view from the back, because these engines are definitely supposed to be larger. They tried to make them look a little bit larger by reversing the studs back there to make it look a little bit more like it's got larger hollows to it, but I don't think it was that successful. And then this right here ideally should be just more rounded, but all things considered, I don't think it's that bad. Just overall, I'm pretty satisfied with how this looks, having seen Return of the Jedi in theaters and having played the old X-Wing DOS games, and being around these things in simulations for decades now. I'm satisfied with it, especially for the size, especially for the limitations of the Lego medium. It's not bad. Of course, there are no stickers, and these are the only leftover pieces. So again, I paid $70 US for this. It is 70 euros or 60 pounds UK or $90 Canadian for 559 pieces. What I didn't mention previously is that the invisible hand is almost the exact same number of pieces. It's actually 557 pieces compared to 559 over here. But the invisible hand was $50 US, which already felt like a lot to me personally. This over here now is $70 US for a similar number of pieces. But to be honest, there's more stuff here. This has a larger number of larger pieces there's a lot more mass to this. I definitely feel like I'm getting more stuff with the Home One. So to just say, hey, this was overpriced and now this is $20 more does not tell the whole story. I could see there being easily a $10 difference in the prices between these. I did already feel that this was too expensive. Personally, not everybody's going to agree with me, and that's perfectly fine, but I will always give you my personal opinion when it comes to value without any fear of what other people will say about it. I will tell you what I think about it, and if you disagree, that's fine. I would like to see this at about $50. The Home One, I'd like to see that at about $50. Let me bring another one into the shot here. So the Executor was $70, and I'm highly biased in favor of the Executor. I like its design. I have the UCS, one of the few sets that I keep for myself that I just really like. At $70, this set here, which had 630 pieces 2 years ago, felt overpriced 2 years ago. This has 559 pieces and is much shorter, but this does have a good amount of mass. Like the Executor is kind of thin. It's long and thin and sleek. This has a lot more bulk to it. I think that the value between these two at the same price feels comparable enough. So in spite of the fact that you get that extra length there, I think it's close enough. You might not see it. It might not look right on camera for these two things to cost the same, but I'm okay with it. But I do want both of them to be cheaper. That said, I did buy this for the review, but then I kept it for myself. As a fan of the source material, I was willing to pay the price. And I don't think I've seen it go on sale at all. So I guess I'm once again part of the problem, right? And this is how they get you. This is how they're able to keep putting things out like this at $70 US, which it really should not be. It's because some knuckleheads like myself really like Star Wars and are willing to pay the price for an official Lego model. In this case, the first ever official built up Home One. I think, have they done advent calendar versions of it before? But something of this size. And I do think this is a good size. You can see it from a decent distance. It makes for a good desk or shelf model without trying to be a play scale thing, which would have bad proportions and a much worse price still. So I'm overall pretty happy with the product, not happy with the price, but you've heard that story before. Here it is, just playing out again. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully, even if you disagree with some of my opinions, at least I've shown you some things here, given you some things of value to think about. Thank you very much for your support. If you'd like to support my channel and my independent reviews at no cost to you, you could use one of my affiliate links down in the video description. When you're buying stuff, it doesn't have to be this. I'm not trying to push this on you, but if you use an affiliate link and then make a purchase, I may make a small little commission off of that. Again, at no additional cost to you, which just helps me to pay for the prices of these increasingly expensive sets that I then review for you. Also helps to keep the lights on. So thank you very much again for your support. Thank you for making it this far in the video. Special thanks to my Patreon members who have really helped me significantly for a long time in getting through a lot of rough times with all the YouTube things blowing up on me. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.